So I started off with Old Smoky whiskey. Honestly, I'm not a whiskey drinker at all. Absolutely can't stand it. Until I ended up with Old Smoky. The first one I tried was salted caramel. And I could not believe that somebody actually made a whiskey that was so smooth that didn't just have that redneck, no offense, kick you with the cowboy boot in the ass flavor. You know what I mean? Like all whiskeys always seem to taste the same. I don't care. You can mask the bottle, whatever brand you want. Someone gave me a glass of Old Smoky salted caramel, and I was hooked. And from that point on, I've tried all their flavors. The only one I have to say I'm not the biggest fan of is, excuse me, is pecan, and just because I don't like pecans. So that's where I ended up with the Old Smoky whiskey. It's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, go out and buy you a bottle of your drinker. You will not regret it. And welcome back to the Lambodiaries. We're now at the studio, and we're here with a good friend of mine, Rajiv. Rajiv, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hey everyone, thank you for having me on the podcast. It's
Yeah.
my first podcast, and I greatly appreciate it. And
Yeah.
just want to let everyone know I also do real estate. I do buy and sell. I do from Orlando to Miami. So if you're looking to buy or sell throughout the states and Florida, I'm here to help you and assist you what you need to do with the process.
I'm definitely
Appreciate
going to
that.
need you soon.
Yes, thank you, Jen. Appreciate that.
It's good having you, man. It's good having you. So I met you through some of the car events,
Yes,
and you had such a good positive energy about yourself. I was just like, man, I like this dude.
thank you.
You know, most realtors you meet, you like, this guy's going to
Right.
fuck me in some way, shape, or
Yeah,
form.
I'm not.
But I didn't feel that with you.
Yeah,
I felt
thank
like,
you, yeah.
when I met you, I was
Genuine.
like,
Yeah.
that's a good guy,
Awesome.
man. I like
Yeah.
this dude.
I like to go around the community, meet people. Like I love cars. My passion is cars, real estate, my family, and just to get involved with the community, what's going on, and if I can help back and whatever I can give value back instead of looking for money, opportunity, And then from there we can build a relationship like how we did with yourself. You gave
Right.
me the
Of course.
chance.
We met through car events.
Yes.
And today you got to drive a Lamborghini for
Oh
your
yeah,
first
it's
time.
fucking amazing. I can never stop smiling at that. It's so fucking cool. I love
And
it.
I promise you, it made my day
Yeah.
to be a part of that. Like watching you, the way you acted driving that car is exactly how I felt
It's so
driving
cool.
home the day I bought it.
That was one of my dreams ever since I was like a little boy. Every young boy wants to drive a fast car. And
Right.
I got my opportunity today from you. It's great. It's cool.
I'm glad you
Yeah,
enjoyed it, man.
yeah.
It was
It's
fun
cool.
for me
It's
just
fun.
to watch
I'll
you.
never forget that. I'll never forget the smile. Like the smile always gonna be my face. It's so cool.
And that's the whole point of it, man. That's what I try to tell people is like, I literally was able to make a dream come true.
Yeah, you did.
And I want to be able to help people have their dreams come
Yes.
true. And I know it's something so small, something so simple
Yeah.
as driving a car.
Yeah.
But that's something only 1% of the world will
Yes.
ever own a Lamborghini.
Correct. Yeah.
And that just for me is just amazing to know I'm part of that 1%.
They give back.
And then to be able to give back and share that dream with others means the world to me.
It feels a lot. It feels a lot.
And I love being able to do it.
Yeah, that you care too.
Yeah, I care because it makes me. You made me happy. I'm an angry person.
Yeah.
Like I have resting asshole face. Like people see me, they're like, "Stay away from that."
I wouldn't want to come and talk to you about your car, but
people are like, "Stay away from that guy."
Cool guy to talk to.
But I appreciate it, man. So why don't you tell me what got you involved into real estate? Like, how did you get to this point?
So me and my family lived in Vero Beach, Florida at the time, and at the time I was in high school, grade 9, and then my dad passed away. Fortunate, like all of a sudden a truck accident. So then pretty much my mom had to take care of all of us as two sisters and a brother. So we were all in school, and my brother was younger. All my siblings were younger. And after we heard the news, I was in like grade 9, and then my mom called the school and told my dad passed away, sudden accident, dump truck accident. So then we had to hire a realtor, which my mom had to get the process done. And figure out all the process because I was young. I didn't know anything about nothing. I was still 14 years old, trying to figure out myself who I am, right? And so she found a realtor, and then the realtor pretty much like tried to like take advantage of her because of the situation. Because my mom wanted to sell back, and we moved back to Toronto, Canada. That's where we're originally from,
Okay.
Toronto. So that's why I was born and raised over there. And so as the process was going, and I see my mom going through the process, by herself. We're young. I didn't know what to do in the process, so I just kind of like figured this is what I want to do when I, get older. When I can get the age to get a license, that's what I want to do to help people. Because some people, some agents take advantage of the situation, like how that agent took advantage of my mom in a way, just to get the property sold, not to help her ethically and do the right thing and get her the most money
Right.
possible, pretty much, right?
He
And
was just looking for a
yeah, it
commission to
was
be
just
done and get
yeah,
away.
she just took advantage, get it done, and walk away with the money. That's it. That's all she cared about. And when my mom was going through the grieving, and us were going through
Right. You're
pain and
grieving.
suffering
You're
and stuff
not,
like
your
that.
mind's not where
Yeah,
it should
yeah,
be, and you
exactly.
trust
Yeah, yeah,
someone to be that seller
yeah,
for you. Yeah, that's
exactly.
that's
So
hard.
that's why I got, after we moved in, my mom did what she did, and that agent, I said, I want one. So look, fast forward, we moved to Canada, graduated high school. I graduated high school with honors, and then I moved back to Florida, Orlando. And then that's when I was like 19 years old, and I said, okay, I want to go for my real estate license. And then um, you know, move with the process. But when I moved back here, I was going to Valencia, and I was doing security during the day, nighttime during the day, mid shift. And then I said I want to do that, and then while going to school, and then I went to work like 2 to 10, and then did that in the morning, my real estate license. And then after that, I got my license. Then I felt accomplished. Like I did something what I wanted to do when I was younger to help my mom and other families that has that type of situation that doesn't know how to go about taking the steps to help them sell their home if that occurrence would happen to their family, It's
Right.
divorce, anything, family death,
Yeah, I
everything's
mean,
hard
you
for
see a
everyone,
lot of
it's a
people that go
struggle.
through divorce and have to sell their home. You
Yeah,
see a
it's a
lot of
struggle.
people. I mean, I personally went through something like that.
Yeah,
Me and again, I'm not a failure at marriage.
yeah,
I am an expert at divorce.
yeah.
So me and my second wife had a home.
Mhm.
We divorced. I was taking the home over
Yeah,
on my own.
yes,
Got remarried, and then my third wife we
yeah,
got divorced, and we ended up having to sell the home,
yeah.
and it was actually my dream home.
Okay.
So to this day, when I travel back to West Virginia, I drive back to my old house and drive
Yes.
by it and just look at it and be like, damn,
That was the house you
I lost my home.
yeah, yeah,
And I think about that and I'm like, I remember the process of purchasing the home and I remember
yes,
the process of me trying to purchase it on my own away from
yeah,
my ex-wife.
yeah,
And then I remember the process of it being sold once it got to the point to where I just had to leave the state of West Virginia
yeah,
and get a full restart
exactly.
because I was left in a bad situation to
Mhm.
where I couldn't afford shit
Yeah,
after that
yeah,
last divorce. I
yeah,
just couldn't afford nothing, dude.
yeah.
I had to come sleep on a buddy of mine's couch,
Mhm.
you know,
I had that
and
too for me too as well. I had to. Well, I was young at the time when I was going through. Moved here. I had a girlfriend at the time, and then
right,
I kind of like moved out. I moved out from my mom's house, whatever. I wanted to do my thing, be a
right,
man,
right. Yeah,
try
and be a
change
man.
my
Yeah, it's
life,
time to grow up, move out on
Yeah,
your own.
yeah.
Right.
So I did that, and then we had my girlfriend, and at the time everything was going good. We're working, do whatever I have to do, and then long fast forward, long story short, pretty much, we broke up, and then like I didn't have anywhere to stay. We had the apartment, but she left me. She left the apartment, left me, and then we gave like the keys to voluntary, keys so credit won't get damaged,
Right.
in a way. But then after that, after I had to give the keys in the apartment, I had nowhere to stay, so I slept in my car
So
for a
you were
couple
homeless
days.
for a while.
Yeah, I slept in my car for a couple of days, like just to try to figure out what I was gonna do, and then I met the manager and the apartment complex. I was pretty good friends with him because we used to go to the gym together. So I met the manager of the apartment and then the maintenance guy. So I'm pretty close with people I, try to connect with, right? And I talked to him and I was like, hey, I need some help. If you can help me out,
Right.
if there's any way I could just rent a couch or however you want me to pay you, I'll pay you. I was working at the time in a way, so that's fine. So he said, yeah, you can sleep on my couch. I paid $500 to sleep on the couch.
So you went from being homeless to selling homes.
Yeah.
If that ain't a
And
turnaround
I
story.
pushed me. Like I working like 7 days a week nonstop. Like I never. I never want to be back. Like anyone doesn't want to be back to where they are. There's always opportunity,
Exactly.
like waiting for you. Like you know what I mean? Like even though you're going through struggles and through heart pain and suffering, whatever it is, there's always something for you, or somebody to help you, Like, how are you helping me? Or something to help you to move forward.
Right. And
You
that's
know?
the thing. Like people don't realize a lot of people have this perception that men are just supposed to just make it happen.
Yeah.
We're just some magic creature and we just make shit happen. Now, some odd way, we kind of end up doing that.
Yeah.
Now, some people get lost along the way
Hmm.
and they don't have, whether it's the
The
willpower
guidance. Yeah.
or the mental strength
Yeah.
to fight through
Correct.
an obstacle.
Yeah.
But the fact that you went from being homeless to now you're a man that's actually selling homes
Yeah.
is an absolute blessing.
Yeah. It
And
is.
I'm proud
It
of
is.
you.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate
people
it.
need to know
Yeah.
that you can be
Yeah.
without everything. You can
Yeah.
lose
Of course.
everything.
Exactly. People.
And
The,
that's one of the things that I feel that was amazing about you when I learned a little bit about your story, and that's why I wanted to have you here to share that. Is because I have been homeless once as a child
yeah.
through an unfortunate, parental
Yeah.
decision,
Yeah. Yeah. Of
and
course.
then
Of
it
course.
was like uh, just crazy how I grew up in a broken home to where like my stepfather didn't really want a young man in the
Yeah.
house. It was very obvious. So I left my mother's home, my
Mhm.
mother and my stepfather's home, and
Yeah.
went and lived with my father.
Yeah.
Well, now that's a new situation. And then there was my stepmother, and I had a stepbrother and a stepsister. And, my stepbrother, he had his issues with not wanting to go to school for whatever
Yeah.
his reasons
Yeah.
was. But my stepmother kind of felt like it was my
Yeah.
fault. And so my father had me go stay with my grandmother for a little while.
Yeah.
The moment I moved into my grandmother's house, she said, "Honey, I'm too old to be having a young man living in my house. Can you go stay with a friend?"
Oh wow.
So I literally didn't, I
Have to
had
be
nowhere to
there.
fucking
Yeah. Yeah.
go.
You didn't have nowhere to
And I
go.
slept in a
Yeah.
fucking mailroom
Yeah.
on the boulevard of where I'm from in
Yeah.
West Virginia,
Yeah.
in a like a townhouse in the
Yeah.
mailroom, and I would shower at a YMCA
Mhm.
until it got to the point I was like, "Dad, I really have nowhere to go. Like I'm
Yeah.
fucking
I didn't have to
homeless."
shower. I went to the gym to shower.
And I was sneaking into the YMCA to
Yeah.
shower, bro.
Yeah.
Like I literally would walk through the door and catch him not looking, and then
Mhm.
bolt to the fucking shower.
Yeah.
I mean, like so I've had that as a child, and then like I said, I lost everything through my
Mhm.
last divorce.
Yeah.
It was instant, dramatic. I had no clue it was coming.
Mhm.
I was blindsided, and it really fucked me. It put me
Mhm.
in a mental fucking horrible
Yeah.
state. It put me in a financial horrible state.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I had a friend here in Florida that let me come stay with him, and I slept
Yeah.
on his fucking couch.
Yeah.
I slept in the spare bedroom, and
Yeah.
and then finally I was able to rebuild myself.
Yes. The
So to
same thing.
meet someone that's been through the same story,
Yeah.
even though we come from complete different
Different.
walks of
Yeah.
life,
Yeah.
and to know that we've both been there,
Mhm.
and then now you're out here selling homes
Yeah. Back
from being homeless,
then,
that's fucking awesome,
I
dude.
talked to my mom, and also my mom, went back home at the time after everything. That's when I started building and be closer to my family and support and all that stuff with my family, do stuff
Right.
good. So that's what you need. You need good support.
You need a good support
You need,
system. Yeah.
yeah, you need a good
And a
support
lot of men
system.
are afraid to reach out because they're
Yeah.
afraid of the stigma
Yeah.
that will be cast on them. Like, oh, oh, this fucking dude needs,
Yeah.
men don't want to be looked
Yeah.
down upon as if
No,
they can't make it on their own.
of course.
And a lot of people don't know that we will fucking go to the lowest depths of
Yeah. To
hell
make it.
before we ask for
Yeah.
help.
Yeah. Exactly. But you have to ask for help when you
Right.
need it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And
Exactly.
that's the
Exactly.
problem that a lot of people have. They're afraid to ask because they're afraid of what
People
people
will think.
will think about them.
Yeah. But who cares? Who gives a fuck what
Yeah,
people
who
think?
cares?
It's your life.
It's your life. Yeah.
And you have to make it where you want to make it.
Exactly. You got to make it what
Yeah.
you want to make it.
Yeah.
And with that being said, that's why I believe in the law of attraction. I believe in
Exactly.
manifesting things in the
Yes.
life. So you had to bring yourself out of the gutter from being homeless
Yes.
to believing, fuck this, I can make it.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
achieve something.
That's what I said to myself. I was like, I'm never gonna get back to where I am. I never want to get back to where you are. You want nice things. You want a comfortable life. You want vacations. You want all these things. How are you gonna get there? What are you gonna do? You want,
How often does that fear of your past creep into your mind?
It does. Like one hearing time to time because things are changing now with the what's going on and inflation and stuff like that. So it's always in the back of your head, that you got to worry about to be better instead of going back how it was. It's not you gotta keep on put that back in your back of your head and say, I don't want to be where I was. I want to keep on moving, keep on doing, build my dreams bigger and bigger. That's what I keep on telling myself. And my dad passing kind of like hurts me. Like it's still hard, but
Hmm.
I still move past it. It's like my dad. I kind of move forward and say he wouldn't want me to think that way. Keep on moving and growing, and help my mom and do what I have to do what's right. For everyone else.
Right,
You
right.
know.
Yeah, and that's the thing for me is I have those reoccurring thoughts
Yeah.
of like, I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
I haven't achieved enough.
Mhm.
And I don't see what I've accomplished.
Yeah.
And luckily for me, I have someone in my life, and she told me one day, she said, Brandy, she looked at me and she told me, she said, you're too hard on yourself.
That's what I get too. I get
And
that
and
too. They're
men
very hard
men
on
are
themselves.
very hard on
Yeah.
themselves. They're very critical of
Mhm.
themselves. And I was down and out because I still work every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm striving to have my
That's
own
good.
clothing brand,
Yeah.
American Savage. I'm striving for the podcast, the Lambodiaries. You guys got to follow. You got to like this. We got to get it rolling. I'm striving to
Yeah.
do all these things to make a legacy out of my name,
Yes.
positive legacy.
Mhm.
But still, there's times that the thoughts of where I've been in my past will creep up into my
Yeah.
mind, and I'll feel like I haven't done enough.
Yeah.
46 years old, and I feel like I should have more.
More. Yeah.
I feel like I should be at a higher elevation
Mhm.
in life, and I'm hard on myself.
Mhm.
And she'll literally reel me in and tell me, she'll like, look where you've been
Yeah.
to where
To where
you
you
are
are now.
now. She's like, you're too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
But men don't
Yeah.
realize that. You know what I mean? We don't.
Mhm.
We have that. We have the shutters are on, the
Yeah.
blinders are
Yeah.
up, where it's like we see what we want, and if we're
Then
not there, we
we
feel
have
like a failure.
yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
And it's a bad place to go mentally.
Because it's hard.
It's hard.
Mentally, it's hard. Everything. It's all in your brain. So however you think about it and the perception and have positive memories, memories about your past. Like you said, how you got here today. It's a blessing, and how you're working towards what you're working for. Like you said,
Right.
that's all that
And
matters. Just
and I never.
but time to time it is hard because that's why I work out a lot at the gym too. Like I work 7 days a week. I have to keep away, keep that mindset. Keep
Do you
on
go to the gym 7 days a week?
Yeah,
Oh
7 days a
shit!
week I work
Fuck.
out.
I
Like
go
either
6. Now you're
I
making
go
me feel like
I
I'm
go
fucking up.
I go like
You make me feel like I'm slacking,
I
bro.
go like I go either like in the mornings or afternoons, but either I go like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning if I can't sleep. I go because ever since I was younger too, I was very skinny, and ever since my family, friends, always used to make fun of me that how I'm skinny, I'm never gonna get no weight on.
Bro, I was the same.
So I was like, fuck this.
Don't go down the road.
I was like,
I went to prison and got big as shit. Don't go down that road. Don't go down the road. It was not fun. It
no,
was not fun. Those
no.
8 years were not fucking worth
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Don't go
No,
down that
no.
road. But I was very small.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I went to prison at 145 pounds.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
I
I
was
came
like
home, like I said,
135.
I came home and looked like I ate little Jeff.
That's
It was so bad.
crazy. That's crazy. That's what you look like
So
now.
now, now I'm a monster. And I
That's
love it.
crazy. Yeah,
So I love to
yeah,
train. I love to work
yeah.
out, and
I
it
love
does
that.
help mentally.
Mentally, it does help them.
It
That's
does.
why I
It
do
does
that.
do
It
something.
does. It helps
Yeah.
something with the brain. It helps you, and then you feel better with yourself, and then you can keep on going with what you want to do and your business aspect of
Right.
it. So that's what I like to do.
That's good. That's good. So your goals moving forward now, like what are your goals now that you're into real estate? What are your goals from here on?
So goals are pretty much like I want to save up and do investments into multifamily. That's my goal. With I don't know if you ever heard Grant Cardone and the real estate
Yes.
mogul.
Yes.
So I watch his videos.
I
And
have an
he's
issue with
saying,
him.
what is it?
He's got a lot of nerve to tell people don't buy a fucking house, but yet he owns a whole lot of real estate.
Yeah, it's multifamilies though. It's multifamilies, not one single house. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're
He
saying.
puts out
I
some
get what you're
contradicting
saying. I
shit.
get what you're saying.
And rich people love to do that shit. They love to say, oh, don't do this. But yet, motherfucker, you over with
Yeah.
75 houses under your name,
Yeah,
15 buildings in your name.
Yeah,
And,
I hear what you're saying.
so
Yeah.
I get.
But you have to have a house. Obviously, you can't just,
You can't just fucking
some.
sit around and be nothing,
Yeah, yeah. You have to buy your house.
But then again, I own a fucking Lambo and I'm renting a house, so my
But
priorities are all
still,
kinds of
but you're
fucked
still,
up.
that's your dream, though. That's your dream. I want to get a Lambo too, but
Listen, I had a decision.
yeah,
I had a decision, and I literally talked to a handful of people that I trusted that knew that they had my best interest at heart in my decision making.
yeah.
And I told a handful of people what I planned on doing
Mhm.
with the money I had. And they was like, dude, you're really going to spend all that money on a fucking car?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. And then I had other people tell me, why don't you buy a house? Why don't you do this? And me and you had this conversation a little bit ago. And I was like, I said, well, I can buy a house with this money
Yeah.
and never buy a Lambo.
Yeah.
Or, because you can finance a house for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
Or, I can buy a fucking Lambo.
Mm-hmm.
I can still buy a goddamn house and
later
finance
on.
this
Yeah, at least
motherfucker
you have
30
your dream.
So I made my dream come true.
True, yes.
And my biggest saying that I love to tell people is die with memories, not with dreams.
Yeah,
I hashtag that shit all the time.
I agree with you.
Because when I'm on my fucking deathbed, I am not going to have my dreams standing around me in a circle saying, we could have happened, but you were scared.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't fucking take it.
Yeah, well, people are scared now. Some people are scared nowadays. Like for myself as a Indian Caucasian male, like,
You're
myself,
Indian and Caucasian?
well, Indian, West Indian, like
West Indian?
you know what I mean?
Okay.
So,
And Caucasian? Hey, bro, listen, that's
know.
fucked up, bro, because you got a super tan. And I'm like, I got to go get burnt in the sun. It's not cool. I'm
No,
Viking. Like, we have straight up, we are from the mountains of Caucasus. Like, we're born with a 720 credit score, but I grew up in the ghetto, so that shit went negative real quick.
So it's like, like we don't really, like our people, like my siblings or whatever you call it,
Right.
like, would never come out and do like what I'm doing. Like they would never be too scared, too shy.
Right.
So I'm taking that of being uncomfortable and putting myself out there because I want better my dreams. Like I want to be out there.
Right. You want more.
I want more. Like that's,
you feel
I have
like you
that fire.
deserve more.
Yeah, I have that fire in me.
And
but
that's
people,
good.
People don't understand what you tell them, but
it's a burning desire.
And that's why I'm putting myself out there, meeting the community, helping people, whatever I can do, and real estate as well. But still, like being out there and making sure everyone's, whatever they need help, whatever it is, I can. That's why I'm putting myself out there more. That even though I'm like, Indian, but I don't care. Fuck it.
What do you mean? Because you're Indian? You just said you were Caucasian too.
Yeah, Caucasian.
Bro, listen, where you're from means nothing.
Yeah.
Anyone that judges you from where your ethnic the background is from is a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
And fuck them.
Yeah.
Okay. You put off good energy. You put off good human character. Like you're easy to talk to. You're easy to be around. You don't put off like you're better than somebody else. You don't put off like no weird fucking vibes. I've never seen you one single time ever shun an individual.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
You dress extremely nice. Like literally. Yeah. Like I told you to dress casual. You still showed up in fucking dress pants and a fucking polo.
I could never.
You tried to outshine me.
That's one thing everyone tell you. I always dress out.
And I told you that in the text message. I said dress casual. I will be in a t-shirt.
I can't. I don't know what the fuck
casual
is. I can't.
Couldn't fucking do it. And I love it. I love that time you dress. Because I have a ton of flashy shit in my closet. Like straight up for being like, I'm gonna go impress the fucking world. And I never fucking go nowhere. I work too goddamn much. And it sucks.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that that's how you like to dress. I'm glad that you carry yourself that way. Because I promise you, your personal appearance changes the way people perceive you.
Yeah.
And that's a sad thing. That's the reality of the world.
Yeah.
I'll meet people and they'll have no fucking clue I did 8 years in prison.
Yeah.
Until I fucking say it right now. Like, you're like, oh shit. Right now you're probably calculating, is he going to shank me?
No, of course not. I know you.
So the point I'm trying to make is people will see you in a certain light when you dress a certain way, when you carry yourself a certain way.
Yes.
And this is something I tried to instill into my son about tattoos, which he called me a fucking hypocrite once I went and got a hand tattoo because he had one. But what I tried to tell him, my son is very young.
Yeah.
My son is 22.
Yeah.
People perceive you from a first impression. You
That's it.
dress extremely nice.
Yeah.
You're always to the fucking T every
Yeah.
time I've ever seen you.
Yeah.
Bro, even at these car shows when it's a
Yeah.
fucking 100
I
degrees, you
still
are
dress it.
fucking suited up.
Yeah.
And I'm over here like,
It's crazy.
bro, I'd have a full fucking meltdown. They'd have to send the paramedics with an IV bag. I would sweat out.
I'm always.
And and I like that about you,
Yeah.
though. I like that
Thank you.
about you. It's
Thank
one
you.
of the things that gives you character.
Yeah.
I don't see people for their fucking
Yeah.
ethnic background. I
Yeah.
see people for their individuality.
Sure.
People are pieces of shit when
Mhm.
they judge people where they come from.
Yeah.
Racism, honest to God, isn't a fucking real thing
Mhm.
unless it's a scumbag making it a fucking
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. True.
We are all the human race.
Yeah.
We are all fucking human
Yeah.
beings.
Exactly. I agree with
I
you.
don't give a fuck where you come from.
Yeah.
I don't care what your background is.
Yeah.
It's how you treat other people
Mhm.
that makes a huge difference in everything in this
Yeah.
world.
That's it.
And the fact that you are where you are now, this is the sword. I told you. Now, literally, you've sipped on that, and I'm not asking you to get liquored up. So,
Yeah.
but what I have to do is you are not on the Lambodiaries unless you at least get a little sip from the
Okay.
sword.
Okay.
So we got to at least give you a little dab.
That's cool.
So at least you were here. That's
Yeah,
the way it
and
works.
This is really good, though. By the way, I really don't really. Drink
I'm
whiskey,
telling you,
but this is really
this
good.
whiskey right
Yeah, I'm
here,
not really a whiskey drinker, but it's good.
Old Smoky has to bless me with this right here. I'm
It's
telling you,
cool.
when I found Old Smoky, when it was first given to me, like I couldn't believe it. Like I really expected that I needed a 10-gallon cowboy hat, some chaps, and some boots.
Yeah,
I'm just not a whiskey person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know that's stereotypical, and I'm sorry before anybody redneck gets mad. I'm not calling you redneck. I'm just saying. I'm saying.
Yeah,
I just don't fucking drink it.
yeah, yeah.
But then someone gave me some salted caramel
Mhm.
from Old Smoky,
Okay.
and I was like, "Fuck my life. This is whiskey."
Yeah, it doesn't.
And
taste
then
like
one
that.
day I'm in the liquor store and I see cookie dough.
And that's what you
I'm
picked
fucking
up.
hooked.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool.
I like to tell people you're not an alcoholic if you drink before 9 a.m.
Mhm.
It just makes you a pirate
Yeah,
because I like rum.
yeah, yeah. Bacardi.
Now I can't even fucking drink rum because I'm so hooked on the fucking
This is
whiskey.
really
It's
good.
insane.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
might.
hooked on the cookie
I'm
dough.
gonna take you drink this from time to time.
And this is
With cigars
this is
too.
my
You
vice.
smoke
This is
cigars?
my
You smoke
vice.
cigars?
I don't smoke cigars.
Oh, okay.
Oddly enough, I have a whole pack of cigars out in the car.
Okay.
Huge
Wow.
pack. You can fucking have them.
Perfect.
I don't smoke.
Cigar. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, I get them given to me at car events, honestly,
Okay. Okay.
to pass
Nice.
out.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So
you have a whole pack of
cigars.
cigars
Yeah.
when we're done.
Perfect. Yeah. It'd be cool.
But back to what I'm saying. Anyone that judges you from where you're from,
Yeah.
like the first thing you said, you was like, well, you know, that you're from India. So clearly you've dealt with racism. You've dealt with people
And
putting stigmas on you,
yeah, that's what you call.
and
That's
it's
what you call
fucked
it.
up.
That's what it
It's
is.
fucked
That's
up.
what it is. Yeah. I never
Real
dealt with that
people ain't
type of
like that,
stuff.
bro.
You know.
Real people ain't like that.
Yeah.
That's a fucking scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking scumbag. And that's how I feel about anybody that treats anybody that way.
Yeah.
Like
Agree.
like we talked, we are all the human race.
Yeah.
I don't like if I meet somebody and I don't know where they're from, I'll ask what their ethnic background is,
Yeah.
just because I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to India?
No, I never. I would like to go.
So you'd like to go?
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
been. No.
And that's something like I'm dying
Yeah, travel.
to go to a couple places.
Yeah.
I want to go to Egypt.
Yeah.
I want to go to Kattegat.
Okay.
I'm dying because I have Scandinavian blood in me, so I want to see where the Vikings are fucking like. I want to see the capital. You know what I mean? I want to go there.
That'd be cool.
You know, I'm dying to go there. In Egypt, I'm so drawn to Egypt. I've been drawn to Egypt since a child.
Yeah.
Like just the images, like
how
everything about it. I'm just so
That'd
mesmerized.
be one of my
I'm
places too.
dying to go there.
Yeah.
And that's something that I would just love to be a part of. So I'd give anything to fucking drive a Lambo through Egypt.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I gotta
Can
figure
you even
this
do?
out.
How will you do figure it out? You gotta fly it
I
there.
gotta fucking get a hold of Lamborghini and tell them I need one. Lambos. I need one. We gotta go to Egypt. This has fucking gotta
That's
happen.
crazy. That's
Bro, it
cool.
would fucking happen. In fact,
Yeah.
oh my God. Just imagine driving a Lamborghini by the pyramids.
That'd be so.
You know, there's literally a
the
paved road that
pictures.
goes by.
Really?
Yeah, there's paved roads that go right by them. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
shit.
crazy. So my point is, there's nothing about where you're from that makes me look at you different.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Mhm.
You're here. You're a good person,
Yeah.
you're doing the right thing. You're striving for the American dream,
Exactly.
which is what most people do.
That's working hard, be humble, do the right thing.
And you're looking to help people
Yeah.
in purchasing homes because you've been through a shady deal.
Correct.
Like you were a child watching
Yeah.
your mother get taken advantage of,
Yeah.
and the first thing you thought was, well, I'm gonna be a fucking realtor and I'm gonna do the right thing.
Yep. Exactly.
And that is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Because most people, that you meet
hmm
that are in the market where they know they can capitalize and take advantage of people,
That's what
that's
people.
what they want to do. They're
That's
like,
what they
oh
want
shit,
to
it's
do.
easy money. I
That's
can
all
take
they. That's all they
advantage.
think about. That's what they think about. But in times of need, like that type of situation, divorces, like you said, if family member passed away and the property is in probate, what do you do?
Right?
What steps you take? You don't know the time, and you just take whatever deal comes across the table. If that's
You
what you
take
want
the
to take.
word of somebody that you trusted.
You trusting, and that's what. And maybe you could do one, first advice, second opinion, whatever you want, but whatever benefits you. But gotta make sure that person's like advocate there for you, working for you, not for themselves.
What's it like leaving Florida and going to Canada? What the
Cold as
fuck?
fuck, yo. Too
Bro,
cold as
what the
fuck.
fuck?
Too cold. Yesterday it was snowing. I was talking to my cousin. It's snowing over there.
Like,
Too
so
cold.
I'm from West Virginia and it was
Yeah.
snowing up there the other day. And I remember it and I tell
hmm
all my people, like they'll post like pictures of the
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very pretty on Facebook from Florida.
Yeah, but it's cold. Like reality,
What?
you'll be
The
bundling
snow,
up
I am done.
jacket,
Now
jacket,
I do miss doing some
everything.
stuff in the
Yeah, a
snow.
little bit. Time to
I
time.
miss being a child and hanging out in the snow. I miss riding my four wheelers on the
Yeah.
interstate when the interstate would get shut down.
Yeah.
Like we would get crazy and take our four wheelers out on the interstate
Yeah.
because
That's
the
crazy.
state of emergency you could drive
Yeah.
your four
Oh,
wheeler on the
because it's really
interstate. They didn't
cold.
care.
Didn't care.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could take
Yeah.
your ATV out. And I miss things like that. And other than that, yeah, fuck the
I
cold.
don't care. I
I'm good.
want the
I'm
cold.
good.
I
No.
don't care about the cold. I went there for New Year's, but after that, I was like, I'm not going back for a
I'd
while.
like to visit Canada,
Yeah.
but I'm a convicted felon and I'm really not allowed. So
You could drive the Lamborghini to Buffalo, at least.
but yeah, but they
To
might
Niagara
if they
Falls. Take some
flag me
pictures.
at the if they flag me at
Go
the
by
gate,
Niagara
I'm fucked.
Falls. Go by Niagara Falls.
How do
Before.
they know I'm a convicted felon? Because you're not allowed to visit Canada as a convicted felon. You have to get permission.
I don't know
How do
that.
they know I'm a convicted felon? And I
Well,
actually feel
probably when you
wrong
go
saying
through,
convicted
if you
felon
go to the when they go to
because
the border.
that's saying I'm something I'm not.
Yeah.
I
But if you go to the
committed a
border.
crime, right? I
Yeah.
committed a crime. I sold weed,
Mhm.
right? Which is fucking
That's not.
legal everywhere
That's
now,
legal. Yeah.
right? And I sit around and I think I'm like, there's places I actually am not allowed to fucking travel because the U.S. government decides I did that
Yeah.
and I'm past that. But
Yeah.
somehow that label has to follow me. But what's crazy is a man can say he's a woman
Mhm.
and you're allowed to fucking that's allowed to be
That's
done. Like I
yeah.
can become trans tomorrow and say I'm a ma'am. Can you imagine me in a grocery store yelling at you, it's ma'am? Can you fucking imagine that? No,
No,
I
I don't
can't
want to
either. I
imagine
can't
that.
fucking
I
imagine
don't
that.
want to imagine
But
that.
and that's supposed to and people have to accept that.
Yeah.
But a person convicted of a felony ain't allowed to change his life.
Yeah. What you
I got
are
to carry
though,
that fucking stigma for the rest of my
rest of your
life.
life. Yeah. But you change your life though.
I changed my life,
You
and
change
I
your
do
life.
everything I can to
Yeah.
help others.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the fact that stigma follows
Still.
me,
Yeah.
it's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
wrong.
It is
It's
wrong.
fucking
It is
wrong.
wrong. Yeah.
And that's the world we live in. And like we had touched earlier in the car ride about politics, that right now you got
Mhm.
illegal immigrants crossing the border that they are saying are allowed to own firearms.
Yeah.
Key fucking word was illegal fucking immigrant.
Mhm.
Motherfucker, key first word was illegal. That eliminates fucking everything.
Yeah.
Like fuck,
Yeah.
you can't go no bro. You started the
Shouldn't get no fire.
conversation with
No.
illegal,
Shouldn't
but
get
they're
no
allowed to have a gun, and
fire.
I can't. I did my time.
Yeah.
I did
So
all goddamn 97 months of that motherfucker,
wow.
and I did 5 years fucking probation, which is
Yeah.
double jeopardy, by the way. But the feds don't give a
Really.
fuck.
Wow.
They don't give a fuck.
You serve your time.
Did my time, did extra time,
Yeah.
came home, paid my taxes. Illegal
still-
immigrant can come in and own a gun.
And
I
do
fucking
everything.
can't.
That's
What
politics.
the
It's
fuck
crazy.
is this
Politics.
world we live in?
Yeah.
But if I want to put a dress on, I can go take a piss in the women's bathroom, and you gotta allow it.
Some crazy shit. It's not. That's not right. It's all fucking-
The fucking world we live in, bro. It's a whole fucking new shitstorm.
It's crazy.
So
Let's see.
you went from sleeping on a sofa,
Yeah.
selling homes, and I see the shit you post.
Yeah.
I get fucking jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I don't normally tell people I get jealous,
Yeah.
but I seen you in
Yeah.
that fucking high rise in Miami.
Yeah.
Bro, that was a good
That's
fucking
nice.
view. That
That's
was a good
nice.
fucking view. What's it like selling these homes?
I always thought a dream, like I always seen big mansions, nice homes, nice cars, whatever. I
Right?
was like, me again being a realtor gives me the opportunity to sell those properties to individuals that can afford them. Because one day I would like to get a condo or something nice, decent investments. But it just feels nice to see that you can do that as a person. Like I can sell this $1 million property, 2 million, 5 million, $20 million property, sell to someone that's looking for property. It feels nice, but then you see, like, it's really a different feeling, like I
Right?
can do this. Like I can actually sell this to you if you want, if you had the money to buy
No,
it.
I can't afford it.
I could sell,
Lambos smoke and mirrors, bro. Don't you sell
you
me no
can,
$20 million
you
home.
can, you can buy it, but it feels good
We're
to,
not there yet.
but
Yet.
I can, it feels good to say, oh, let's work on the transaction and $20 million, and then 45 days later, you closing the deal, and that's it. It feels amazing,
What was it like closing your first deal?
Oh, first deal
Yep.
it
Was it
felt
like
nice.
busting your first nut?
No,
Bro, I'm
that
wrong. I'm
the fir
savage. I'm
no,
savage. I'm
the
savage.
husband
Like literally.
the
Like
husband was being a pain in the ass, and I had to work for that.
you had to work for it.
I
It didn't
worked
feel
hard.
good. It didn't feel good at the end.
No, he was still at the closing table. He's still being an ass.
Oh wow.
Till
Yeah.
the closing table, I had to deal with him, and we saved the deal. I had to save the deal with because the title company and stuff like that. The back
Right.
end was kind of giving him a hard time with the funds to transfer the funds to closing, so I had to help him walk through the process on that end, and which we got to the closing table, which that's what I wanted, and get the deal done, and then they were happy at the ending. So I worked through all my transactions. I had to work. Nothing was easy. Nothing. No transaction for me was easy. I had to help straight
Now
through
you have your
full
own real
transaction.
estate. You are your own real estate.
No, I work for a Coldwell Banker Realty.
Okay, so
But
you work for.
but I am a broker associate, so I can open my own brokerage if I wanted to later on
Okay.
in my life.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the difference like for that?
So I did after normally you do 63 hours your sales associate class, and that's your standard real estate agent. And then after there's 2 years of working in the field, and you can go for your broker's license, which is you can open up your own brokerage and have other agent under you.
Right.
So that's what I did. I waited 2 years and got my broker's license. I took the test. My second time I passed, I failed. It was a little harder than the sales associate license. And then after that, I was like, oh, this is better for me. So if I wanted to open up my own brokerage later on or property management company, I'll be able to do that with nobody hanging on my neck.
So property management companies, they actually are pretty lucrative, right?
Yeah, because everyone needs a good property management company.
Right. So that's for like rental properties and
Rental
stuff,
properties,
right?
or
Yeah.
say you have multiple portfolios of investment properties you want someone to manage, you'd be able to help. I can help you do that in
Okay.
a legal, rightful way.
Right.
In a way, because it's hard to find individuals to manage the properties and give the return back to the consumer, and then give them the statement. So it's a little process, and sometimes people just say that and then they take their money. They don't do it the right way. You know how to manage the funds and then give them back on what's going on with the properties, the breakdown of the property. So that's why I'm licensed now. So eventually, I wanted to get my broker's license and my own real estate license, like my own real estate office, and then move forward and have like a couple of agents under me, but not like I don't want to have a big brokerage. Like I want to keep it small to teach those individuals that's coming new that doesn't know anything to make them bigger.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So
So you just want to basically give back.
yeah,
Like
helping
you want to help
helping
train and
train,
help
make
people
them better.
understand.
Yeah, the process and the contracts and how it is the sales, cold calling, and all that stuff to let them be a better salesperson, a better individual to sell. So that's my goal.
Okay. So now I'm going to jump back to cars
Yeah,
because I just
yeah.
I
That's
love
what
I
I was
love
gonna I was gonna
cars.
ask you about your
So we
Lambo.
know
So
each other. We oh, go ahead.
yeah,
Go
just
ahead. Ask
yeah.
ask me the question.
Let's talk about your Lambo. What made you? I know you said briefly in the car that you got it when you were a younger kid, but then like how you do the wrap, and I know I seen the
So
carbon fiber.
for me, Lamborghini has always been just the dream,
Yeah.
right? Kindergarten, book
But why
fair.
not Ferrari though? 'Cause
Because
I'm pretty sure
Ferraris, I
I
feel
love
like are for
Ferraris
women.
too. No.
It's a fucking prancing pony.
Yeah.
The fucking badge is a legit prancing pony.
Oh, man.
Bro, there's nothing fucking manly about that. There's not a fucking manly thing about a prancing pony. That's like a fucking Mustang. A Ford fucking Mustang. Do you
Oh,
know what that is?
man.
It's a
Yeah.
fucking pony.
Yeah.
Do you know what every little girl wanted as a fucking kid? A pony.
Oh, shit.
If you own a fucking Mustang or if you own a fucking Ferrari, you probably suck
Oh,
dick.
no.
My
I see
grandfather
it.
told me this. I didn't make this shit up.
I see it.
My
That's it.
grandfather said it. My grandfather died at 92 years old.
Yeah.
It's going to change every time. But my grandfather literally told me any man that owns anything with a fucking pony on it
Yeah.
definitely tuned the meat whistle. I have no clue.
Yeah.
It's grandfather knowledge. He
Yeah.
died a very wise old man. So when you see a Ford Mustang, the first thing you see is that fucking horse in the
Yeah.
front. When you see a Ferrari,
You see
first
the
thing
horse.
it's fucking dancing. It's literally fucking
Yeah.
dancing.
Well, they're trying to
It's
compete. Remember Enzo and
Enzo and
them
Ford both were.
tried to-
They were
they tried
both
to- they
tuning
tried
meat
to,
whistles.
you
They were
know,
both fucking sucking dick. That's what they were
trying
doing.
to
They were trying to see who could
compete.
suck dick the best. They said, "I'll tell you what. Every little girl always wanted a pony. We're both going to use a fucking horse. Let's both suck dick and see who gets it done better." That's what the fuck happened.
Oh,
If anyone owns a Ferrari,
yeah.
they definitely tuned the meat whistle. I'm just going to tell you that's
Yeah.
probably how they got it.
Yeah.
They probably got a load of OnlyFans of tuning meat whistles. That's all I can say.
Oh,
You're talking about a Lamborghini.
yeah.
You're talking about a
Lambo
raging
muscle
fucking bull.
Yeah.
Like you didn't say. Has Ferrari ever said stallion? No. It's a fucking. Who the fuck knows what it is? You know it's a female horse. You know how you know?
Oh.
There's no fucking dick carved into it.
I got checked.
There's no fucking dick carved into it. Look at any image of a
Funny.
fucking horse that's a stallion, a man. Meg the Stallion is not a fucking stallion. That's a goddamn female. That's a fucking, or she's got a big clit and she's a fucking man. I'm gonna tell you now. That's all the fuck there is to it. That might be defamation of character. I don't give a fuck. Sue me. Guess what? I'll put the fucking Lambo on my daughter's name. Go fuck yourself. That's literally how I do it.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to fucking tell you, a stallion
Yeah.
is a male horse.
Mhm.
That image should have a fucking damn baby's arm holding an apple hanging underneath that motherfucker, and it doesn't. Same thing with a Porsche.
Mhm.
And I'm good friends with a couple guys that own Porsches, and they're probably like, "Ghost, you're a piece of shit for this." But guess what? That's a fucking woman's car. I don't Porsche is a fucking woman's name. It's a fucking woman's name. Lamborghini, you can't fucking find a single female fucking word in the word.
Yeah, no, man.
It's a bull with it's a bull with fucking horns. That
Raging
motherfucker
bull.
looks like
Yeah,
he's going to
raging
get
bull.
you. It's
Yeah.
a raging bull.
Asian bull. Yeah.
There's no more testosterone can be had.
Yeah.
You can inject Tran, Winnie, and Test 400 in your ass cheek, and guess what you're going to get? Fucking raging bull.
Yeah.
You'll never get a prancing pony.
But it wasn't even, yeah. It's true. It's true. The bull.
It's a bull. So for me, the design.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, man, the Countach was the fucking
Diablo,
car, right?
Yeah.
The Countach, then the Diablo,
yeah.
then the Murcielago,
Yeah.
then the Aventador. And in between there's the V10s, the fucking, I'm probably going to pronounce wrong. Jepla. It was in the Rocky fucking movie, Rocky 4.
Oh, well, I can't remember.
I know the car,
I'm not,
but it was a Lambo,
yeah, I'm not
right? And it was the
yeah.
first fucking baby Lambo, right? And then there was the Gallardo, which I own, and now it's the Huracan. Yeah. And I'm telling you, like, there's nothing to me like the fucking Lamborghini. And then the story of Lamborghini is even better. Do you know the story of Lamborghini?
Tractor.
He was a farmer.
Yeah, farmer.
And he loved Ferraris.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And he went to Ferrari and told him about the fucking clutch problem.
Yeah.
And Ferrari said, "Stick to your fucking tractors, farm boy."
Yeah, exactly.
And he went and built the fucking Raging Bull.
Yeah.
Bro, you don't get no better fucking comeback story than that.
That's crazy.
And do you know what he told Ferrari? You know what he told him?
What?
He said, "You buy a Ferrari when you want to be somebody. You buy a Lamborghini when you are somebody."
That's true. Wow.
Bro, there's no better shit talk
That's a good one.
ever. Yeah. That is shit talk 101.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Like I literally today, I walked out of where was I this morning? I went to the post office. I had to mail out something this morning. I walked out and I seen my car sitting there, and I just literally, to this day, it still fucking gets me. I see it and I'm like, that's mine.
Yeah.
Like it still fucking hits me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, that little fucker is sexy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck, I made it.
Yeah, it's like that.
Lamborghini
Yeah,
for me is
it
just
feels good. It's
fucking
comfortable.
everything, man.
Yeah,
So it was kindergarten, and it was the poster, the Countach poster.
yeah.
It was just the black
Yeah.
Countach and the black background.
Mhm.
The parking lights was on because you could see the light was
Yeah,
on in the
yeah,
fucking park on the blinker on the front bumper and the back tail light. You could see it all lit up, and that fucking car just sparked it.
mhm.
I knew the first moment I seen that car,
Yeah.
I'd
So you
own
want
a
the
Lamborghini one
one
day.
Lamborghini.
And then, like I told you,
Yeah,
I was on Kmart parking lot on
yeah,
Patrick Street in West Virginia, in Charleston, West Virginia. And I seen that red fucking Countach, and I couldn't believe it. Me and my mom were there.
yeah,
And I was like, oh my fucking God. Like in my head, I'm like, oh my God, it's a Lamborghini.
yeah. First
I never
to
thought
see
I'd
one.
see one
Yeah,
in
see one.
life. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? I
yeah.
was a
Of course.
child.
Yeah,
I
of
never
course.
thought
Yeah,
I'd see one in real
yeah,
life.
yeah,
I remember watching Cannonball
yeah,
Run, and I
yeah.
remember
Yeah, me
watching
too. Same
movies with
thing. Yeah,
Lambos,
the
you know?
rally. Yeah,
And I see this car, and I get close. And the guy said, don't you get near my fucking car. Like he was a dick.
yeah,
And it fucking floored me, dude.
yeah.
Like I never dreamed that's how people
People
were
are.
that owned
Yeah.
them. And I was like, one day I will own one,
Mhm.
and I will never
Be
fucking
like
treat
that.
somebody like that.
Yeah,
So since then, I've let every fucking child, every grown man, every woman
yeah.
get
Your
in that
car.
goddamn car and enjoy it
Yeah,
because it was my dream as a child. And
yeah.
like
You
I
make
said
someone
earlier,
else's dream come true.
die with memories, not dreams.
Yeah, yeah.
There's people that will never in life see one
Mhm.
in person.
Yeah.
There's people in life that will never touch
Touch
one.
one. Yeah, or feel it.
There was people in life that will never even fucking imagine driving one.
Exactly.
And I said, I
Myself.
will change that with everybody I meet.
Yeah,
And that's what I've done.
yeah. You've done that. You're helping people.
Like today, I think it was today or was it yesterday? Um, my girlfriend posted 3 years ago. It was a guy taking a kid for a drive in a Lambo,
Mhm.
and the kid had special needs, so he
Yeah,
was like, super super
yeah,
happy. The guy started crying. I was like, one day that's gonna be me.
yeah,
3 years ago, here we are, and today
yeah,
you were laughing like a fucking kid driving that
yeah.
fucking
It
Lambo.
should have made me smile like forever. Like I couldn't stop laughing, smiling. It's
And
so
I'm
fun,
telling
bro.
you,
It
and it
made my
made me
day,
the
man.
happiest
So happy.
to watch you smile like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It's cool.
it's part of it, man.
Yeah,
I've let I've let a lot of fucking people drive my car, and that's like the more I think about it, the more I realize when I crashed that motorcycle,
hmm,
I went down at 163 mile an hour. I high sided, barrel rolled,
yeah.
carried the bike through the flip,
Oh wow.
landed face first,
Yeah,
boots blew off on impact. I flipped end over end 7 times. Only reason I know is because the guy I was racing that I was beating
yeah.
till I crashed told me. I skidded 250 feet face down on the pavement. I flatlined in a helicopter on the way to Orlando Health.
Hmm.
I was dead. I was gone. In and out, in and out. Had a full out of body experience. Those moments, that death, this rebirth,
Yeah.
let me know I'm here for a
Second.
real reason.
Yeah.
I'm here to touch people's lives,
Hmm.
let them know dreams can become realities. I'm here for whatever my purpose in this life is, whether it's this podcast to hopefully reach somebody
Yeah.
that's going through something in their life and let them know. Because I've lived a fucking
Possible.
crazy life, bro.
Yeah.
Like I've been homeless. I've been a soldier. I've been a student. I'm a single father. I've
Yeah.
been married and
Another
fucking
role.
divorced. I've lived a crazy fucking full-fledged. I've lived
Yeah.
15 different movie lifestyles.
Yeah.
I've been
Crazy.
suicidal. I've been anything and everything you can imagine in life. And I'm still here fighting forward,
Yeah, and helping
refusing to
individuals
fucking give up.
give up. Exactly. That's what I like.
I
That's the
will
goal.
not give up.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking make something happen and pass it down to all my
Yeah.
kids. I refuse to fucking have it any other way.
Mhm.
There's a reason I'm still here. If it was just to meet you and let you drive that car and you fucking excel to the stratosphere in real estate, if it was for me to meet you,
Yeah.
and for someone right now sleeping on a fucking sofa
Yeah.
to see, fuck, I can go from being homeless to selling real estate.
Yeah.
I can be in Rajiv's fucking seat
Yeah. Yeah.
right now. Fuck, next week I could be driving a Lambo.
Yeah. That's true.
Then when I die again,
Mhm.
I'll know I made an impact on somebody's
You
life.
did. You will.
That's why I'm doing this show
Yeah.
and this podcast. It's for me to know that I have reached someone, touched someone, and changed
That's
someone's
going through
life.
what you're going through or we've been
Because
through.
I've fucking been through it, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I tell you I was fucking suicidal, bro,
Mhm.
when I was younger, I literally fucking put a revolver in my mouth, spun the fucking barrel, pulled the fucking trigger, and my little sister caught me.
Oh,
She caught me trying to kill myself. I was playing Russian roulette with myself.
that's crazy.
My last wife left me. I was broken.
Mhm. Without
I was ready to
give up.
just fucking
Give up.
call it quits
Yeah.
and try to
Yeah.
drink myself to fucking sleep for permanent. And then I noticed the darkness close in and I couldn't find the light.
Mhm.
And then I realized I'm the fucking light. I gotta
Yeah.
wake the fuck
Yeah.
up. Gotta pull myself out the darkness. I gotta fix this.
Yeah.
It's up to me
Yeah. Exactly. It's
to
only up to you.
change this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like it was up to you to say, I'm getting the fuck off this goddamn couch.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm gonna get my real estate license. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sell some fucking houses and
Yeah.
I'm gonna live in a fucking house.
See, exactly.
You found the
Exactly.
light in
Yeah.
yourself.
I had to work like 2, 3 jobs, security. I was doing night shift, day shift, to sustain myself.
Think about
to
that.
keep
You're
on going.
fucking sleeping on a sofa,
Yeah.
working 2 fucking jobs,
Yeah.
night shift and fucking day shift,
Still
bro.
working.
Just to
Still
get the
doing.
fuck off a sofa to be where you can now live in a home and sell homes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let that
I know.
fucking sink in, bro.
Yeah.
You can't tell me we're not destined for better.
Yeah. We are. We just
That's
have to
all
believe it.
people.
Yeah.
All people.
Yeah. We have to
You know,
believe
the
it.
other day I heard of again, we briefly touch on this. Like
Yeah.
I tell people, don't take my religion views. Everyone goes through their own religion battles, right?
Yeah.
I believe in a creator. You
Yeah.
believe in God.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not that I don't believe. It's not. I need people to truly understand this. I'm just going through an internal battle right now
Yeah.
to where I'm having misunderstandings
Yeah.
that I'm seeking guidance. And I believe that when you say God and I say creator,
Mhm.
will guide me to where I need to be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Whether it's back to Christianity or to Muslim or to
Yeah.
Hinduism or to Buddhism, wherever I feel
Yeah.
the spirit of the creator
Yeah.
pulls me, that's where I'm going to go, right?
Yes.
So, what I'm trying to say is everyone is on a journey,
Mhm.
and that's what I have to
Journey.
follow, right?
Yes.
So, I'm trying to navigate through life,
Mhm.
no different than
I'm with
anybody
you.
else.
I'm the same thing.
No
I'm the
different
same
than
way. I'm
anybody else.
navigating through the journey we have. I have.
And when I reach it, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
And I need people to understand anytime I say something, I'm never trying to fucking steer anybody away from anything like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's on a journey. Everyone is designed to follow a path, right?
Yes.
You might think that the path you're traveling, there's a fork in the road, right?
Yeah.
The fork in the road is designed to give you an easy way or hard way.
Mhm.
Which way you choose is up to you.
Mhm.
I fucking chose the hard way almost every goddamn time.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I like roll the dice and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, the hard way is over here.
Yeah,
Let's
same
go.
with me. Same thing.
And I feel the point of my whole mission in life
Mhm.
is to travel the hard road so I can show the next person, no matter how hard that fucking road gets,
Yeah.
there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
When you are in a room full of darkness, you have to realize sometimes you are the light.
Mhm.
You are the way out.
Yeah.
It ain't reaching for something else. So the video I seen was talking about, they said, I asked God, for help. And he said, no,
Mhm.
you have to help yourself.
Yeah.
I asked for God to give me strength. He said, no, you got to strengthen yourself.
That's true.
I asked God for patience.
Yeah.
He said, no, you got to learn patience yourself. And it kept going.
Mhm.
Everything the person was praying to God,
Yeah.
to the Creator,
Yeah.
and to whoever you
Yeah.
believe in,
Yeah.
was the answer was no.
That's you.
And then he said, I asked God to allow me to love others the way I want to be loved. And God said, now you understand the reason. Now you get the point.
Yeah.
It's you that has to
It's
pick
you.
your fucking self up.
Yeah. And go.
It's you has to find the strength in you. It's you has to go through things that test your patience,
Yes.
to learn patience.
Yeah.
You have to learn things
Yeah.
to allow you to fucking develop the character you have.
Yeah.
And when it's all said and done, it's all about learning to love yourself
Yeah.
and to love others the way you want to be loved.
Yeah. I agree with you.
And
100%.
that's the key. That's the key to
That's
life.
the key. Yeah. That's it.
And that's why racism's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why racism's only fucking for people that just like to sleep with
Tough.
sheep or
Yeah.
some weird
Whatever.
shit. I have no
Whatever
clue.
shit. Whatever they think.
They like to lick
Yeah.
camel butt.
I-
I don't know. I don't
I
fucking know
agree
what
with
they
you.
do.
Yeah.
But it ain't.
That's-
It's
yeah,
not reality.
that's it.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's not reality.
I agree.
And for me, that's the biggest thing. It's like no matter my spiritual journey, where it takes me, like you've met my other producers, RC and Juliana.
Yeah.
I love them to death. RC wasn't always a Christian,
Yeah.
and now he is. His faith brought him from one life to this life, and he's so happy.
Yeah.
And Juliana, who I call Mama, because I love her to death like a mama,
Mhm.
she is literally like she's the fucking best when she gets going. And she loves her some Ephesians. Every time I hear that name, well, I'll be thinking about Juliana every time I see it. And I swear it pops up on every damn social media I see. And I just be smiling. I'm like, oh, there's Mama. That's her verse. That's her chapter. That's her verse. But I'm telling you, the fact that I struggle with my religion and my faith and my beliefs,
Mhm.
and I met these amazing people who
Yeah.
believe in what I'm
Believe in
trying to
you.
do,
Yeah.
that's sent from somebody, bro.
Yeah. Exactly.
I didn't die in that bike crash
For
at
nothing.
163 mile an hour.
Yeah.
I didn't purchase a Lamborghini and meet them
Mhm.
by accident.
Yeah.
Nothing's by accident.
No.
All your trials, your tribulations, your struggle, your strives, your strifes,
Mhm.
everything you go through in life is designed
To make
to
you
create
better.
character and make you a
Yeah.
better person.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yep,
it's all
that's all it is,
designed.
yeah.
It's all designed because not everyone is gonna live the right way.
Yeah.
People that are born with money and people that are like gifted into things
Mhm.
will never be who I am today, letting random people drive their fucking car. They'll never be
Yeah.
that person
Mm.
because they don't understand the struggle.
Yeah.
I understand the
I agree.
struggle. I understand the feeling of not struggling. I understand
Mhm.
I understand every aspect
Yeah.
from up
Of course.
to holy shit, I'm fucking driving a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
And I want nothing more than to give that to people. I'm like, fuck man, this is an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
The people born with it,
Doesn't see
they
that.
don't fucking know it.
Yeah.
They have that mentality. I'm better than you. I'm above you.
Yeah. Yep. That's what makes us better. Who we
And
are.
that's what makes character
Yeah.
the most important thing in life. Going back to what I said, racism is bullshit.
Mhm.
It's not real, bro.
Yeah.
It's not fucking real.
Yeah.
It's only real when you make it real.
Yeah.
Just like if you talk about it nonstop, it's going to be a fucking issue.
Mhm.
If you just shut the fuck up and let it fucking go, bro,
Yeah,
guess what?
exactly.
It fucking
You're fine.
disappears.
Yeah.
Because there's some fucking white people that I would like to take a piss on. And probably wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire.
Mhm.
And that goes with every nationality and ethnic
Yeah.
background across the world of people I've met. It ain't the color of the skin, it's the energy they put off.
Yeah. An inner
It's the
person.
vibe.
Yeah.
It's who they are. It's what they won't do for the next man that they
Yeah.
know that's struggling.
Yeah.
If you can't reach out and grab a man's hand, grab a woman's hand, grab a child's hand,
Mhm.
and uplift them. The other day I was on the job in Sanford, and the lady broke down crying
Yeah.
at the job site. I went there to replace a septic lid. Okay.
Okay.
I was told to bring a concrete septic lid. I get there and I found out the fucking tank's fiberglass.
Yeah.
The fucking concrete lid ain't sitting on fiberglass.
Yeah,
That's
can't
not how
work
it
with that.
works.
Yeah.
Once I dug it all up, they had an oak tree that was the husband's tree that he planted when they built the home.
Oh,
That oak tree broke the
Broke it.
top of the septic tank, and they didn't know it. This lady, they're trying to sell their house. The new rule in Florida, you gotta have your roof has to be less than 10
Yeah.
years old, and all this crazy shit just to get it insured. So they have to replace the roof before they can sell their house. There's 100 other little details they have to do.
Yeah.
She literally breaks into tears because someone lied and said the tank was good, and they sent that to the new buyer.
Mhm.
She broke down crying because I told her they have to dig it up and replace it. Now
Yeah.
she's looking at about a $10,000 fucking bill
Oh wow.
on top of a $20,000 roof
Roof.
because it's a huge
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
She broke down crying, and I just reached out and I grabbed her and I gave her a hug. That moment
Yeah.
was probably just one of the most humane moments I think.
To help.
People don't
Yeah.
understand what a
Yeah.
hug will do.
Mhm.
And that moment, I realized this lady, despite how big their home is, despite everything,
But she just needed that.
she
that.
fucking needed a person to
Yeah.
be there for her.
Exactly.
When she seen me, I could tell she was nervous and standoffish because I was much larger than her.
Yeah.
And I have wrestling fucking asshole face. Listen, let's be honest. When you fucking see me, probably the
Yeah,
first
you
thing
look-
people think is that some
you
bitch
look
has
like-
been in prison. That some
like
bitch
an
probably
asshole.
stabbed about 3, 4, 5 people.
I didn't think
It's a
that.
fucked up thing.
Not me.
I deal with it. Do you know one of the worst things I deal with when I meet people?
What?
A lot of people were literally looking at me like, God damn, I wouldn't fight you, I'd shoot you. Bro, you just fucking met me. You're already talking about shooting me? What the fuck? I literally deal with this shit constantly. So when I seen the woman, I could tell she was very nervous, very timid. And then once I seen her break down and start crying, I grabbed her and held her. I said, "It's okay. It's okay."
Yeah.
And she just fucking completely broke down. Like, I mean, boo-hoo, cried tears. And then we called her husband. I talked to him and I explained to them, hey, I'll call.
Yeah.
We'll do the best we can for you.
Yeah. Take care of the issue.
The fact that's humanity.
Yes.
As a black woman, I'm a white man. Most people, when they just heard what I was telling, they'll have a picture of a woman in their mind. It wasn't a black woman in their mind at all. Because they're clouded by what the media is fucking shoving in your face. Yeah, race. It ain't fucking real.
Yeah. But you helped that lady,
I did everything I could for the lady.
Yeah.
And that's where we are. It's everything's got to come back full circle.
Yeah.
Like I said you've dealt with people because you're Indian, Caucasian, and people have judged you for a certain aspect. They have this thought in their head that Indian people are blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, it's crazy because we grow up and we hear these stereotypes. We hear these things and people think that's reality. And it's not. I'm sitting there talking to an Indian man that was homeless.
Yeah.
But yet people think all Indians are fucking doctors.
Yeah. Lawyers.
Or lawyers. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's fucking so many stereotypes we're told.
Exactly.
The all Asian people own fucking nail salons. Like, it's fucking crazy the shit that we're just forced to understand.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Is when we learn to just say, fuck what we've learned, open our eyes, and use common sense, the world becomes a better place.
Yeah, people need to have common sense. That's how it is.
It goes back to reaching out when you need a helping hand.
Exactly.
Like I said, my whole point of this podcast is we'll start here. We'll talk about life.
Yeah.
We'll circle around everything we've dealt with in life. We'll come back to what we said. Men are born. I caught myself the other day talking to my girl's son.
Yeah.
He started to cry, and I told him, "Suck it up. Don't do it." And I realized that's a learned behavior of telling a boy don't cry.
Yeah.
I've personally fucking cried on this podcast a couple fucking times. Don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Because I will cry because my emotions tell me it's time to release that pain.
Yeah.
I will also grab an axe out of my fucking bedroom and chop the next motherfucker up that disrespects me and not give one fuck. And then I'll go rock a baby to sleep.
Yeah.
I have the ability to do all three.
Yeah.
I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a fucking gardener in a war.
Yeah.
So it's always be a monster,
Yeah.
but learn how to control that motherfucker.
Mhm.
So for me, it's just the whole aspect of that humbleness
Yeah.
of
That's what you
being able to
need.
hold somebody and let them know it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Means the world to me.
That's what people want to hear sometimes.
That's what
you
people
know?
need to
Yeah,
hear
that's what they
sometimes.
need to hear. Yeah.
So again, full circle.
Yeah.
Here we are. You've always wanted to drive a supercar.
Yeah.
Drove one
Always.
today.
I did. I
And you
accomplished
was
that.
fucking laughing and giddy like a motherfucking little school
Exactly.
kid. It was the funniest shit on the fucking planet.
It's
I
crazy.
can't wait till people see the fucking video, bro,
Me
because I'm
too.
telling you, it's crazy. And that's the greatest thing about my producers. They're going to be able to take that fucking video and
Yeah.
find a way to put it in there
Yeah.
to where people get to see you fucking laughing and cracking
Yeah,
up, and then we're sitting there talking about it.
Yeah.
It's the fucking
Cool.
greatest.
That's so cool. See that.
And I literally, I felt your fucking joy.
Yeah. You see that, right? You
I
can
felt
tell.
your fucking joy, dude. I felt
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? Like I could feel it.
Yeah.
Just like when I hugged that lady, I could feel her sorrow and her pain.
Yeah.
Just like when I meet people that go through shit. Like when you tell me how people have judged you and looked at you
Mhm.
and how you were afraid to ask for help, I know that pain.
Yeah.
I've been there. Well, when I came home from prison, I literally had this conversation the other day on the podcast about what it's like coming home from prison and dealing with fucking one, the stigma, two, the blank fucking resume for all these fucking years.
Yeah.
Like there's so many things that people look at you and judge you.
Yeah. With that.
It's
So how
unfucking
did you
real.
overcome that? Like, what do you do?
I had to
to
fucking
overcome
just
that?
suck it up. I had to suck it up. See, a lot of people get discouraged
Mhm.
and they'll just go back to what they know.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah.
You just tell your fucking story, bro.
Yeah.
Tell your fucking
That's
story.
it.
And that's what I had to do to get a fucking job. I literally told the fucking story.
Mhm.
And my boss ended up fucking hiring me, and he ended up fucking. I got promoted constantly, rapid promotions, because he's seen past the
Yeah.
stigma
Yeah.
of who I was. Just
Mhm.
like people will see past the stigma. Oh, he's Indian.
Yeah. Exactly.
For me, and a lot of people don't understand this, racism is also to people that fucking convicted felons. There's racism
Mhm.
to felons. You might as well put felon in a whole new ethnic group
Yeah.
because the fucking the racism against us is unfucking real, bro.
Mhm.
Do you know it affects your goddamn car insurance?
Really? I didn't know
100
that.
fucking percent, bro.
Fuck.
People don't fucking realize when you give them your social
So
security
they
number,
ask that in a
they
question when you
they
go
run your
to the.
background. They run your background when they
Oh
run your social
shit! So
security number.
they say,
Everything affects you. My car insurance was
shit.
0 fucking speeding tickets ever in my life. Will be higher than yours because they'll run my background and see I was in prison. I'm reckless. That's what they say.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
It ain't that I fucking made a mistake out of desperation to feed my kids.
Yeah.
It ain't, yeah, I got greedy and I continued selling weed. You know, yeah, it is what it is. I found a fucking quick way to make money and I found a way to get my kids out of poverty.
Mhm.
You know, it's, hey, fuck him. He's a convicted felon. That's what they say. Jack his rate up. That's life.
Yeah.
That's life for someone that went to prison.
Wow.
People don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
That shit haunts me on job interviews. You know how many jobs have been denied? Like, oh, why'd you have a 7-year gap? I was in prison. Oh yeah, we can't hire you. You were in prison. You know what it's like to try to get a home? You brought up rental properties,
Yeah.
right? When you talk about property management,
Yeah.
you know how many places I can't get a home? They have a felony in my record. They won't fucking rent to me.
So you have a job, though, income.
Doesn't matter. They won't rent to me. Or if they do, they want 2 months
Yeah.
down payment, 2 months last month, and security deposit. Talking $10,000 down.
Oh, wow.
That's a fucking down payment on the house.
Yeah.
To rent a house. That's reality for a person that's been to prison.
Yeah, that's how it is now. It's crazy how people
don't know that.
Yeah, they don't know.
And there's no programs. There's no programs to help people that went to prison that came home.
Yeah.
There's no programs. Not a single program for someone that came home from prison to rent a home. None. People don't want to rent to you.
Yeah.
Because the stigma. And that's fucking crazy, bro. So what are you supposed to do? What's that mindset set you to do? Go back to what you know.
Because you're not getting no
Because
opportunity.
nobody will give you the opportunity. You can't find a place to live.
Yeah.
You can't find a job.
Yeah. Or you don't
But
like
let's
it.
let the fucking illegal immigrants come in and do what the fuck they want. Let's let them make
Yeah.
TikTok videos with 4 million views, 4 million followers about how they invade homes and do squatter rights. That's okay. It's votes.
Yeah. Crazy.
I'm not allowed to vote, but the illegal immigrant can. What the fuck world do we live in? What world do we live in, bro? It's crazy.
And there's only so much you can do, because of politicians.
And that's where we are. That's where we are.
Yeah. Crazy.
So you're in real estate. You're selling houses now. You're no longer homeless. It's awesome.
Yes.
And you're working your way to be financially stable to own a supercar.
Yes.
Yes. And we're going to buy a Lamborghini.
Lamborghini.
We're not buying a Ferrari because they're dancing, prancing ponies. Okay? And what happens if somebody owns a Ferrari? They tune meat whistles. That's what we have to learn. Fuck you, Ferrari. I don't give a fuck.
I didn't say that.
I said it. Fuck them. I don't care. They can ban me. They can kick me off YouTube. We've got Rumble, Spotify. We got everybody else online. Fuck them. We're good to go. What I'm trying to tell you is, gotta buy a Lamborghini.
Yes.
Raging Bull.
Yeah.
We're gonna get there.
Definitely a Huracan.
Definitely a Huracan. Definitely go Huracan. Don't worry about it. I want a Huracan.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm going to upgrade from the Gallardo. The Gallardo is going to be in the garage. It's going to be in the stable.
Okay.
We're going to call it a stable because I plan on having more than one.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to call it.
Cool.
Eventually, I'm going to have a Huracan. Eventually, I'm going to have.
I'll be able to come to the car shows in my Lamborghini to meet you.
Yes, we'll be able to ride together.
That'd be cool.
Meet up, ride together.
Yeah,
Yep, that's how we'll do it. And let little kids let their dreams come true.
Like what you did to me.
So today, I made your dream come true. What inspiration could you give somebody watching this podcast? What could you tell them from your life experiences? Mm-hmm. What could you reach out and tell somebody today about how to not give up? What can you tell?
It's even though the mindset's hard, but just struggle through and work through your goals and write down your goals too as well, like to help you what you're trying to accomplish, and just go after them like small steps to accomplish those goals and those dreams that you have. Just don't give up. It's hard, but don't give up. It's hard.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. Whatever you try to do, and don't take the easy way out. Just do the hard way.
Definitely don't take the easy way. Easy way out gets you 8 years of prison. 8 years of prison. Don't fucking do it.
Write down your goals and see who you have support and who's like looking up to you in a way. Like family, friends, brother, sister, whatever, looking up to say, yes, think of it. You can do this. You can do this. Just give it one more shot, and you never know what could come out of it.
Never give up. You heard from Rajiv. Never give up. Keep pushing forward. Don't ever give up. So, with this being said, what I'd like to do, no matter where you are in your life right now, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what you're going through, tomorrow needs you. Don't give up. When you go to bed tonight, when you take a shower before you go to sleep, if you're feeling depressed, I promise you, just let the shower beat down. Just let that warm water run down your head, down your back. If you feel like the need to cry, let it out. That's called a full body cleansing. I still do that to this day. I will go into the shower and I will fucking cry. I'm a large fucking man who tells you I will fucking mass murder a small village and rock a baby to sleep at the same time. I tell you these things because you got to have the capability of knowing how to be violent when it's required, be gentle when it's required, and be humble when it's required. At some point, your soul needs to release the pain. I cry in the shower. I do it out of fear of someone seeing me because I'm afraid when people really see how I feel and the pain I feel, they'll look at me different. So if that's a fear you have, do what I do. Cry in the fucking shower. Yes, you've seen me tear up on this podcast, but I let my tears out in the fucking shower. Full body cleansing. When you're done, I need you to look in the mirror and tell yourself, we made it. Another day. Mm-hmm. Tell yourself you love yourself. Because I promise you, you need you more than anybody else needs you. You got to love yourself before you can love anyone else.
Exactly.
Love yourself. Tomorrow needs you. That's a wrap.